dogs are all quiet in the hallway now. I'm just waking up having a ciggy. Well, not waking up, I'm just, I've had my first coffee and I'm not with it yet, so I've added a couple of spoonfuls of strongest coffee in it. So I'm waiting for that to kick in. Right. There's been some funny stuff online. Yes, I'm watching this because they're examining excess death data from around the world and the correlation of times of the peaks of the excess deaths after a certain something was rolled out. And then I think back to what I watched yesterday. And apparently the UK Parliament has been asking questions about something called CCHF, I think it is. Crimea Congo virus. It's got a 40% mortality rate. Nothing to do with COVID. Right? Nothing to do with COVID. Apparently, reports from Spain, where it's present at the moment, is that it's not affecting people that are immune compromised by vaccines. So it's basically going to hit people that are vaccinated, isn't it? So the government cried wolf, did that to the population. Along comes a disease now that is going to decimate what they've done. That is a war crime. Anyway, I'm going to have a nice day today. I've got to go out in the garden and the panels that got blown out at the end. Luckily, like I said, they was only up there temporarily to see what happened. And we started getting neighbours trying to rush the project along, so I'd focus on that end. Trying to use leaving a gate open all the time for me to do the gate, do the fence, to just block it off so the dogs can't jump the fence and get out to the other dog walkers. What are they playing at? So what I'm going to do is I'm now taking those two panels down, using the fence post what I've got there to carry on doing my shed project now. And they're expecting me to be putting up a fence along the back line now, aren't they? Because I'm going to jump and do what they want me to do. So I'm going to get on with my shed project because I need them posts from that end to put in for the shed frame. So that's what I'm focusing on now, and they're going to watch me doing that. So there you go, that's the end of that little stupidness game that they've been playing with me, isn't it? I've woke up in a good mood. The dogs have had their cuddle. The bed's smothered in hairs. They're in full molting season at the moment, but their skin treatment's working, so they're all content. Willow's infection's going down now. She's a lot more happy and vibrant and bouncy and playful. And she wants to join in as part of the pack now rather than sulking and just irritated by the thing. So yeah, it's worked. It's working. I'm going to keep doing it until it's gone. And then the fur will grow back and everything else from the spot areas. You know what I mean? So it'll go. But it's going to take about a month or so for it to visibly be gone. All good on that front then. And the flea and tick stuff's working properly as well. Result at long last. So at the moment I'm still having a sciatic nerve issue, so I'm in no rush to be getting into anything over the next couple of days, except clean up my kitchen and find my council tax thingy that I can't find now anywhere. It's just disappeared, so it's probably been cleaned out with other paperwork that was littered about. Ugh. And I need to pay it. So I've got to find that, clean this room up, go and sort them posts out, take that fence down, let them think I'm failing, when really I'm just moving them over there so I can get on with my real project, which is the fence build. Ah, dear. So not failing at all, am I? Just letting them think that, because they're the ones playing the game, remember? So throw them a crumb. Let them think it's a fucking victory. So you're actually playing along with it, you see what I mean? And then you just stop playing along with it and you get on with what you've got to do. And then they think, oh, the bastard fooled us. Sneaky bastard. I said I'll have it all done by the end of the year, didn't I? Ready for next year. I'm doing concrete bases for the raised grow boxes, sorting the swing bench area out in the corner after I do my shed, and repair the neighbour's fence bit next door and help him with his. That's what I'm doing. So they're not distracting me from what I'm doing. I'm just taking time out because of an injury. And they're trying to rush it. And the landlord thinks, well, hang on a minute, you spend a bit of money on the property, right, let's start harassing him for fucking money. That's what's been going on. Because them lot have been saying, yeah, he's doing this, that, he's doing that. So they come round and start with the money angle again. Money scam angle again. It's pathetic. Really is pathetic. It's designed to just try and keep you down. So you just ignore it. Keep your vibe right. If that's true about that Congo Crimea virus, then realistically speaking and truthfully speaking, I'm going to be having new neighbours soon, aren't I? Because they're all vaccinated. If that virus is in Spain and it's going to be in the UK by the end of summer, I'll have new neighbours by next spring, won't I? So the effort I'm putting in now will pay off next year. Just like I said. Happy days, eh? Or is that me being cruel and narcissistic? No, because I said it ahead of time. I'm aware of the IPA, the Investigatory Powers Act, and how it's used, and blah-de-blah-de-blah, which I've tried to show people, where the government's tried to control everyone like that, on the outside and on the inside, interrupting their family interactions to make them isolated, to play the same game on them, which is magnified because you're inside. You know, I didn't play along with that because I just said, well, I don't want any contact. I don't want my relatives visiting me here. I want to be left alone until I've got my head right, and then I'll talk to them. And that's exactly what I did. And it was chaos, but they was trying to keep it from me. There you go. Even their mum saw it all spiralling out of control. So, yeah, why haven't I got any empathy now for these silly people, these silly government addicts around me that took all that while I stood firm in my trust in myself? Because now, unfortunately, I can wave bye bye, take your games, go and stand in front of your creators with your nonsense. Explain to him why you tried to do that to a fellow human being, another soul. Let him judge your wickedness. It's nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And you keep your own vibe right. Woke up in a state of love with my dogs. Had a pack cuddle. My bed smothered in hairs. Do I give her monkeys? No. Because I'm part of their pack. I can tell when they're happy or depressed because I'm part of their pack. They trust me. They don't jump the fence. Even when they're halfway over it, being provoked by another dog, who just dared to walk past with an owner that was being ignorant. But the dogs was under control and they was ushered back inside. So there you go, that's the end of that little drama for them, isn't it? So when they leave my gate open on purpose and then just happen to be walking past with another little dog, if it had been a moment longer, the little dog would have got attacked. Because they was waiting for that to happen. So it would have been a setup. Would have walked into it. It would have been Marnie that was the sacrificial lamb. Do you see what I mean? They didn't care though, did they? That's what they wanted to do. So I have to be aware of them at all times because that's what they do. But I don't let it bother me anymore. I don't engage in conversation with them. I don't look at them because it's nothing to do with me. I don't want to, in any way, shape or form, have any contact. So when they sit in front of me, waiting for a reaction, it's like, why am I looking at a rotting corpse? You're dead to me. Get out of my sight. I'm crossing the road, don't want nothing to do with you. Get over there. You're just a rotten pile of garbage. Cruel, but no, it was cruel what they did to me. Cruel what they did to my family. So that's the treatment they get back. That's their judgment back on them, innit? Let them take their nonsense to the Creator. They got to pass Marnie and Boomer and Snatch on that bridge before they get to the Creator, though, haven't they? See what I mean? So Marnie, Boomer and Snatch get their justice in the end. Because they were souls affected by them as well, wasn't they? And the sound of the war jets in the air as I speak these words outside the window there. Non-threatening at all. Has no consequence or power over the words that I've said. You see what I'm saying? It's on a level stuff. Anyway, I haven't got the video playing for obvious reasons because of copyright. How long we done here? 58, 59, 15 minutes. There you go. So I'm taking someone else's advice on this. So, have a lovely Tuesday. I'm going to talk on for a tiny bit longer. Had my grandson over this weekend. First of all, very, very happy. Enjoyed his company. Then his mood changed. And we went into drama queen mode. His teacher had left, and it's the summer holidays, and he's upset because his teacher's left. Okay, so we put up with that all night, and then ringing mummy up, ringing daddy up, and upsetting everybody because he wanted to go home, bloody, bloody, blah. But this time, no one played along with it. And he worked himself up into such a state that he was nearly sick, right? Because he pissed off his mum, pissed off his dad, pissed me off. Whole mood's gone down the toilet while he's in this state. I've had enough of him, but at that point he's like, go and sit on your bed. Here's the phone, talk to your mum. Not playing along with it at all. Not giving it any energy or nothing. You know what I mean? It was total. You're hitting brick walls everywhere now, Tyler. You've pissed everybody off, and you're gonna have to face this. Can't do nothing about the situation, Tyler. You've got to mend this. So I want to go to mummy's. Right. So we went through all that drama. In the end, he was worried about getting told off by his dad, worried about getting told off by his mum. His mum only wanted a night off, do you know what I mean? So we all know what the situation's like. He's not getting told off by me, except when he crossed the line and he spoke to me like I was a piece of shit. And I had to tell him sternly, sit down, shut up. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? At that point, but I'm worried about my nan. Oh, so today, this is a new day, right? This is the following day. So today, you're worried about your nan. Your nan's foot, right? So you're starting the whole day off, repeating it, but this time it's about your nan's foot. Which proves my point yesterday that you was trying to get your own way, and your mood only changed when you was playing the PlayStation. Right? As soon as you couldn't get your own way, you gave up and you fell asleep after worrying yourself sick about it. But nobody gave in to you, so you lost. And you're trying the same thing again today, so that's going to be a bit of a stupid thing to do, isn't it? But you tried it anyway. Everyone would have had to rush about on a Sunday. There's no buses running. All because Tyler is worried about his nan's foot now, not the teacher that's left. So we waited and we waited and we put up with it all day again. In the end, I was just like, go in your bedroom, Tyler. I've had enough. I just don't want it in my head anymore. Right? And I've calmed down. He's fell asleep and I've calmed down. He's been fed and everything else all day. But we can't go out because we was waiting for deliveries, that sort of stuff, yeah. My lawnmower turned up, everything else, so everything's all good. Yeah, Monday. Because I didn't want to run about on Sunday and I'd already messaged his dad. He's turned his phone off at that point because he's like so sick of hearing about it. So no one can get hold of him. You know, everyone's like having their lives interrupted by Tyler's hissy fit, basically. Um, you know, everyone's got their own dramas, but you know, then when the child start acting up and bloody blah blah sort of situation. So Grandad's left to deal with it all. Right, so I've just absorbed it all. Monday morning, I've woke up. I'm in a lovely mood. I know Tyler's got to go to his nan's that day. No rushing about. We just get on the bus when we're ready and we get up. Take him there. Get the dogs dog food. Go home. Relax. Right, done my granddad for the weekend, but I've had enough, you know. So I'm laying there with the dogs. Total relaxed, loving state. Right. In creeps Tyler. Gonna play PlayStation? Yeah, okay. I'm laying there and I'm daydreaming out the window. Loving state. Dog's snuggled up to me, and every time I stop sort of stroking him, he's like nudging me to continue. Stroking his ear or something like that. You know, it's something really soppy. Anyway, on goes Grand Theft Auto. The next thing, it's just police sirens. Tyler's chopping someone up with a machete. It's like, what the fuck? More police sirens, more police sirens. I was, Tyler, can you turn that fucking siren off, please, mate? On it goes, on it goes, on it goes. Bang goes my fucking state of mind then. It's like, the fuck? So anyway, off goes the game. I've had enough of that after a certain amount of time. Get ready. We get down to town. Buy him an Happy Meal. We're getting on the way. Rushing now to get him back because I just want to relax. Do you know what I mean? And we're sitting in the town centre while he's slowly eating his chips and burger or nuggets or whatever it was. And there's people around you doing stupid shit, and I just want to get to the next place we've got to get to. So I put up with that for another 10 minutes or so, just sitting there listening to the stupidness going on around me, and I just want to get away from it. I'm just thinking like Grand Theft Auto at that point. You know what I mean? Not feeling comfortable. Feeling like I'm going to lose my rag soon, so like up I got and walked off, and Tyler's like, hey, wait for me, and it's like, well, hurry up, told you I'm going. I had enough. So I went and got my own chips from a chip shop, because I friggin' hate McDonald's chips, and stood and ate my chips while being rushed by Tyler. There's the Buster Nannies. So I'm eating my chips. Then he starts getting rude with me in public, and I've had to correct him again. It's like, remember who you're talking to, boy. You're talking to an adult like that in public with other adults walking about. Be careful you don't get a clip round the ear roll. I tell his dad, when I have to correct him like this, his dad knows I won't do that. But his dad's also been pushed to that point now by him, and he knows that I'm not telling him bullshit. He's experienced it himself now. So we're all trying to stop the problem. Yeah, anyway, by the time I dropped him off to his nan's and got home, it was 5 o'clock, and there went my Monday. So I fed my dogs, got the dogs in here, had a cuddle with them, made myself something to eat, and went to bed. That was my day done. I'd had enough. Today I've got up in a brilliant mood again. There's no PlayStation doing my head in first thing in the morning. There's no people running around with machetes chopping and shooting at coppers and how's your kneecaps and all that sort of bollocks, where he's talking to it. You know? Talking that sort of stuff as a child. and you know it's wrong in your mind, but you're hearing it while you're in a state of peace and love. You know what I mean? Totally blew my mood apart. Anyway, new day, back to the same upward vibe, good vibe. So, on that note, I hope your weekend's been as good as mine, because it's all a little lesson for us, isn't it, on how to not be the people we used to be and progress in life. But yeah, this new virus thing I'm finding comical. I really am finding it funny. Those that stuck to their guns and trusted themselves are looking more likely they're going to survive this than the people that got scared into submission by the government, took the crap, and it now looks like it's going to be a fatal move. So if that thing is to be believed, that is, if the hype that they're starting to pump into it is truthful. Remember that. On that note, have a great day, folks.